Welcome to Rick Riley's world, where we look at Rick's vast collection. What we're getting into today. Wow. What in the world do we have here?
Well, it's a 1962 Willys Jeep station wagon. We've had this for about probably 30 years now. A friend of mine, he's since passed away, but he drove it in the driveway and he wanted to know if I was interested in it. I said, well, maybe. He said, if you don't want to buy it, I've got the motor and transmission sold out of it. Some guys down in Cincinnati, and I'm gonna chop it up, make a street rod out of it. And I said, Glenn, I can't let you do that. So I said, I'll take it. He said, well, I'll drive it home and you come and get it. I said, no, I'm taking you home because I don't trust you with it taking it home, because he had the ability to make a nice street rod, but
Quick.
yeah. But this thing's too original to have that done to it. We drove it around quite a bit over the years. It was sold down in Newport, Kentucky at a Erlanger Tractor Company. It was a Ford tractor dealership, and they also sold Willys Jeeps. And we got the purchase order with it. I'm not for sure, but I think it might even be in here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but right there is where the guy bought it new. And this was called a Maverick. It was a Maverick edition. And in 1962, Willys sponsored the Maverick TV show. And they come up with this package with two-tone paint and a chrome trim and stuff on them. For that show. We've had a lot of fun with it. It's been every place you drive it, people wave at you. It's just a little 3-speed on a column. Of course, it's just 2-wheel drive. And if a man was single, you drive this to any place, women love it. I don't know what it is about it, but they...
Oh, chick magnet.
Yeah, they just can't get away from it. And I got a story to tell, but I don't think I can tell it, about what happened to a friend of mine that was in this with us, but he had an experience, let's put it that way. But it's still got the plastic on doors. It's just one of them rare finds that, we just stumbled in here. The guy I bought it from, I said, Glenn, what do you want for it? He said, well, I gave $1,600 for it, and I had to put brakes on it. And he said, I had to have it towed in. He said, I've probably got $1,900 in it. He said, if I can make a couple $100 on it, I'll sell it. I said, what, $2,100? He goes, yeah.
And what year was this?
It's 30 years ago. This has got the overhead valve 4-cylinder. Like I say, just nothing's been touched on it. vacuum wipers. It's just one of them things that you just can't believe that it lasted as long as it did with it being a Jeep, because most people just beat them up and used them as a utility vehicle.
She's clean.
Yeah. But it's a fun old thing to drive around in.
There was a rumor that somebody wanted to be in your will for it or something.
Yes.
I don't know.
This woman is about half off her rocker. She's from some foreign country. I think it's Minnesota is the country she's from. And she wants me to will it to her and will. And I told her I'd give it serious consideration.
That's the least you can do.
Yeah, that's the least I can do. 'Cause she easily does. She goes off easy.
She's a dandy. You think it's ever been touched up or painted? Right here?
This panel here, and we got the paint it came off of for some reason, and fixed that, and the rest of it's just the way it came from the factory.
That open?
Yep. You got your latches in here. Tailgate down.
That's pretty slick.
Yeah.
And those seats fold down?
Yeah, they fold. I guess that was the earlier version of fold and tumble. They fold up and then they give you the back space to haul stuff in. They fold up against the front seats, against the back of them. It had two of the original tires on it when we got it. I think it's got 39,000 miles on it now. But,
it's definitely a rare one.
Yeah. And while we're on the subject of your guys, women, you know, your guys' wives, you got to explain something to them. You know, you think I got all this junk, but there's some things a man's got to own in his lifetime. And right there's one of them. You got to have a bus. You got to tell your wife you haven't fulfilled your manhood unless you've owned a bus. And the next thing is an army truck. You got to have an army truck. So just keep that in mind for your wives. And if you buy them for her, she'll let you buy something like this.
You hear that, guys?
Just keep that back in your mind. Next time you see a school bus for sale, slam on the brakes, stop, get out and say, I got to have it.
All right.
And of course, army truck, same way. And you'll be happy ever after.
And then a Scout.
What?
Okay. We'll see you next time.
Okay.